Charlotte!
Grandpa! I can't believe I'm here. It's so good to meet you at last.
Well, as you know, we have met once before, but you wouldn't remember that. You were only about this big. You've done a bit of growing since then. How was your journey?
Oh, it was fantastic. And a whole new experience.
A long way to come, just to meet me.
Well, you were the initial reason for me coming, but it's become part of my grand tour, so to speak. And besides, I couldn't wait to meet you. Screen time is great, but it doesn't compare to actually being here.
Do you know, I've watched you grow on screen time. I can't believe it's been 20 years.
It's so beautiful. I had no idea it was anything like this. That's the trouble being raised in a city environment. It's all I've ever been used to. But Mum and Dad used to have views like this. Wow. They rarely talk about their life back here. They get too sad just thinking about it.
I can understand that.
And I can understand now why you didn't want to leave.
Well, when your mum and dad made that decision, they knew that I wouldn't want to go with them. So things were a bit difficult for us all at that time. I just wanted to stay here and make the best of it while it lasted.
But things were already changing at such a fast rate, weren't they?
Well, they were. I didn't want the sort of life that your mum and dad were heading for. After all, this was what I was used to.
Still can't believe it was allowed to go on like that. What about all the warnings, the mountain evidence, all those demonstrations?
The people in charge at the time had what they thought were more important things on their agenda.
How are you keeping anyway?
Oh, not so bad. And I can come here every now and again and remember how things were. It's quite comforting in a way.
How often do you come here?
As often as possible. But it depends on the number of credits I've saved up. I know, people where you come from think all this kind of thing should be free, but unfortunately we have to pay. We have to pay for everything.
Even air?
Even air. I'm lucky though. I can afford grade 1 supply. Those who can't have second grade pumped into their units.
Is it true that if someone can't pay, they get forced out of their units?
Rumour has it there have been some evictions, and I can't imagine they survive for long out there.
How do they get away with it?
We have no choice. They control everything. They'll be monitoring us now, but I'm past caring. You'll be fine though, it won't affect you. It's such a shame they've limited your visiting time. I'm still trying to find out why the payment that your mum sent through wasn't received.
Why don't you move to a new complex?
No point really. They're all much of a muchness apparently. It's just the way things are, here, now.
Why don't you come back with me then? I'm here for another few weeks. That's plenty of time for you to get things sorted. Mum and Dad can easily book you a flight, and it's got to be better than the life you're living now.
That's sweet of you, Charlotte. But apart from anything else, I couldn't face all that travelling. 3 months of it? Far too much for me at my age.
It goes surprisingly quickly, especially with the sleep induction and all the comforts and activities they give you on the journey.
Yes, it's amazing what they can do these days. I mean, just look at all this. But all this technology is second nature to you.
Visitor in virtual room 38, please make your way to exit 3. Thank you.
I'm so sorry your visit's been cut short.
It's a shame, but at least we finally met. It's always been so nice talking to you on screen time, but this will make it even nicer when I'm back.
Yes, and you can tell me how the rest of your travels went. It's strange, isn't it? When I was a kid, long before space travel was so easy, I used to tell my friends that when I grew up, I was going to be the first man on Mars. Well, I never made it, but my granddaughter did.
Take care, Grandpa. I'll speak to you soon.
Resident 589, please make your way to exit 1 of the virtual room. Thank you for choosing Oxygen Virtual, and we look forward to seeing you next time.